to your March 2016 Taroscope reading. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. We're going to be using the Morgan Greer deck and a slightly different layout for the month. The month of March is quite a complex one with a lot of different energies in it, including 2 eclipses, one on the 9th, one on the 24th. We also, during that period, have 2 comets fly into our not Earth atmosphere, but into our galaxy, if you like, which will also affect us. All celestial bodies play a part in altering energies, if you like. I have also chosen to use the stones of the month for March for your readings. You have a beautiful amethyst and a gorgeous moonstone. Moonstones again are associated with the moon, and we're talking about the moon because of the eclipses involved. Moonstone is also very good for digestive, reproductive systems, assimilates nutrients, eliminates toxins and fluid retention, alleviates degenerative conditions of the skin, hair, eyes and fleshy organs such as the liver and the pancreas. It's excellent for PMS, conception, pregnancy, childbirth, and it originally was used as an elixir for insomnia, and it can prevent sleepwalking. So for any of you who have any of those ailments, moonstone might well be one that would be beneficial for you. Okay, let's do a little bit of shuffling, and I'm tending to shuffle slightly out of the camera's view because the camera seems to auto zoom in every time I shuffle, and it makes it a little bit giddy, because the camera's coming and going. So this is for Leo for March 2016, and I think we are at our point. So it's 7 cards. I will run through them and the meanings of them as we work through the reading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I will just zoom that out a little bit more and tilt it. Okay, the first card is the current situation. The second card are your obstacles. Your third card is your aspiration. Your fourth card is what needs to be awakened. Your fifth card is what lies behind you. Your sixth card is the next stage, and your seventh card is the final outcome, or what will be for the month. Now let's take a look at the colours coming across the lens, because I like the Morgan Greer for the colour energy, and I see a lot of yellow. So yellow gives us that feeling of sunny disposition, also intellect. It's the colour of using intelligence and thought processes, and it also helps to uplift emotions and energies. If you think of the sun is a natural healer as well, and provides us with our sort of happy glow feelings. So coming into the beginning of your reading, we start with the current situation, the Justice card. Now that's your major arcana, and you have also got a major arcana directly beneath it. So I think these two will be quite significant for the month because they're positioned right over each other. I'm just trying to get the music to play in the background for you guys. It's kind of nice to listen to. Justice is karmic, and when it turns up, it's usually in favour of you. So it quite often says something is being balanced in your favour. Now this can be at really deep levels, so we're talking soul level or past life issues. So it can also be more at the normal physical level as well, but let's work at the deeper level. Quite often people will come into your life, and for various reasons you will have had past life associations with them. Often when these past life people are connected to us now, we have healing to do or situations that need to be rebalanced. And the Justice card often says that balance is coming back karmically in your favour for one reason or another. Sometimes you might not even be aware of it, but it could be a situation that's either subconscious or at the spiritual or soul level that is regaining some harmony and balance. So it's a great card to have. It can also mean literally court appearances or documentation. It can sometimes mean divorce or separation and the papers are going through. So for any of you who are involved in those activities that are requiring some sort of legal encompassment, generally it's saying that it will, again, should be going in your favour. Obviously you have to try and help it go in your favour as well. Don't make things difficult, but when the Justice card turns up, it has more propensity to be positive. Also, it is about taking balance and balancing your life, so make sure you do create balance, especially chemicals, substances, diet, food, weight, obsessions, that type of thing. Bring it into balance. Number 2 are your obstacles, and we see there the 7 of Pentacles. So for some reason, maybe March, some of you are going to be thinking or feeling that finances might be a little bit tight. It could be even going back some time to something that you had invested in earlier, and it's either come to a slight glitch phase or it's not quite flowing right. So you may need to rethink it or reposition it, restructure it. It could be even if you own a business, your debtors aren't paying, so you may need to get on top of that and make sure that they're coming up with the money, resend out the bills or reconnect with them to get your finances coming back in. I think that's the main message there. If we come to the 3rd card, it's your aspiration, and we see this as the 10 of Swords. So there could be a few different meanings for this card. I often think of sore backs or necks or headaches. So your aspiration may be to alleviate any physical pain that you're in, which could mean going to get some sort of massage or manipulation, or going to get checked, or taking up some new health regime that shifts any pain you've had. Now what the 10 can also mean is it's new beginnings, because it's the end of a cycle, and this can be feeling as though you had been let down by people in your life one way or another, that they didn't support you, and that behind your back they may have been unfair or just not showing enough support or care or love. So given that this is your aspiration card, it might be your aspiration now to leave that behind and move into the light, which is always coming, a new dawn when this card appears, and look for and seek newness and companionship and friendships and new healthy positive relationships in your life. So it could very well mean that as well. So either one of those is what I would be thinking of for that card message. When we come to the 4th card, what needs to be awakened? Well, we've talked about the moon and the solar eclipses and what is beneath her feet, and what does she have her feet on. You may not even be able to see that quite clearly. It's a moon, and there's a moon up here as well, and they look sort of new moon. The High Priestess is very much about psychic intuition and that unknown. She holds this amazing information on her lap and she's guarding it. So quite often, and this is what needs to be awakened, I think that the eclipse will have some sort of activity for you, and it will propel you into a new place. Often it can be a bit traumatic with eclipses because we tend to let go of old things that no longer suit us, and quite often within our psyche, our emotions, our sometimes physical bodies at the hormonal level, and this card can also represent that. This is also a card of fertility and sexuality, so that could be somehow involved in this whole emotional and ecliptical pattern that's going on. But it's a great card. It's telling you you are going to be awakened somehow or another at some level, and through it you gain this very important higher end knowledge, like connection to the universe knowledge, understanding more about who you are, why you're here, the journey you're on, and the passion and the ignition and all of that is contained within this, and this is going to be awakened. So a very powerful place for this card to be sitting in the reading, and this one as well, and they're above each other. So I think the month is quite powerful for you guys. The next card is what lies behind you, and he's looking here back at this card almost, and this is the card of kind of feeling like you have your defenses up, or you've got barriers in place, and you're sort of going, no, you know, I'm not going to listen to all that, and I'm not interested. I've got my ways and my ideas, and that's how it's going to be, because there's this blockade of things up in the background. But this is what possibly lies behind you, and you're getting this insight, or this opening, or this awareness, and you don't have to have your barricades up, and you don't have to be so cut off. You know, you're opening up. It's like blossoming or something. So that's what lies behind you, is this energy here. It's definitely a defensive energy, so you can drop your defenses and feel freer and more open, which is really nice as well. So it's a good month. It's looking really promising. And this is the next stage, and you've got the Page of Rods looking into the next month, which is also really nice. So he's looking ahead, and he holds this creative energy, and of course you guys are the wands, the fire signs, which is nice. And he's got exuberance and enthusiasm and impatience and ideas and creativity and passion. It's all those things, and he is marching ahead into that next month. And so this is what's coming for you. This is the next stage. So something is fully awakened, especially in this bottom line here. You know, dropping off this old stuff, dropping off this stuff, realigning chakras, so getting some sort of spiritual alignment with your chakras, opening up the portals, connection to the universe, innate messages, moving forward. It's actually really quite empowering for you. And the last card is what will be. So we see this Five of Cups, and he looks all forlorn and looking at these 3 cups spilled on the floor. And so there is obviously some emotional discord or disconnect, and it's looking kind of at this card here. So there may be something you leave behind, and it might be people or relationships, but they probably weren't serving you very well, and they weren't doing much for you. If you turned around and looked, you would still see that you have this support and nurturing and honour and love and protection and guidance, and it's with other relationships, so people you know, either family, siblings, friends, or something, other romance even possibly. And also your spiritual helpers and guides as well. You're never ever alone. So as you lift your head and look up, you will see that you're walking into a lot more action and activity and a new direction and a new life. So there you are, Leo. I think that is quite an impassioned and lively reading. Yeah. So we'll put those cards away, and we will move into the goddess cards for you and see what goddess card is coming. And I will do a little bit of shuffling here. Then I'm going to pick what number down? I'm going to pick the 4th card down for you. I don't know why, I just am. So we'll see. This is for Leo. And it's the 4th card down. What goddess energy are you receiving for March? Okay. Mart, fairness. There we are. That and that, both of those will be dealt with fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And that. So have faith in, if there is anything going on around you, it will be dealt with in a fair manner, and it is basically karmic, universal stuff going on, guys. So it's nothing that you can prevent, it's nothing you can stop, it's going to happen, and it will balance itself out. We've got the scales twice, and we've got this beautiful, peaceful dove. So really pull on those energies and focus on the positivities, and that balance and karma play a big part in our lives at all levels, some of which you may not physically notice, but it is going on. So that's a nice card to finish off that reading. It's very powerful and very positive. So there you are, guys. I will move those aside just for the last couple of minutes, and you can sort of bathe in the beauty of that goddess energy. Maat or Mat, fairness. So thanks for tuning in, and wishing you all a wonderful March ahead. If you like a private reading with me, follow the link below the video. Ka kite anoa, much aroha, namaste.